He's in Walker, Texas Ranger. Yeah, Spy Kids. He played Machete.
Really?
Spy Kids 2 played Machete. Spy Kids 3 played Machete. Seen Spy Kids 4? I don't know if he was. He's probably busy doing his own thing. I don't know when Spy Kids work.
Brainchild of the legendary engineer
Yeah.
Dr. Joy Ibisus and Citrosoft. He made you too. Even though he designed you both, Giga-Robo is 10 times bigger than you are, and he's 100 times heavier. And don't get me started about his battery. He uses 1,000 times more energy than you do. There was an energy crisis a few years back. And all at once, everyone just stopped using their Giga-Robos altogether. I guess we're back. These days, you can't even pay someone to take the poor guy off your hands. It's sad to see something like this happen, tossed aside like so much trash. Poor guy.
Well, I mean, he kind of is trash, but...
You never even met him. Well, enough moping around. We've got work to do. Let's go earn us some happy points. And we can't do that if we're crying. Oh! Now just take out the Giga battery you're carrying with you. If I don't want to. Yes, that's it. Look at that. It's already bigger than you are, Chibi-Robo.
No, it's mine now.
Pretty heavy. Let's set it over here. Oh, there it goes. Flying into the sky. Bam! Wow. That's a battery. Huh.
How the fuck did we throw that?
If you want to recharge that Giga battery, you'll need to find a Giga charger. There's gotta be one around here somewhere, right? I have no idea where it is, Television. I
Haven't seen it.
haven't seen it once.
I have no idea what it even looked like.
Alright, so now we gotta go back and get that. So that's fun. Should probably change back to a 15-minute schedule, but I'm not going to. Alright. So, Derek, do you have anything new with you? Yes, you do. What about your dentist appointments? That's a story.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about how you fucking got your teeth pulled out or something.
No. It's more or less just like, I got to see firsthand how bullshit going to the dentist is.
How
in terms of,
okay.
yeah, well, you know,
Jenny's crying.
How,
I didn't know this could happen. I've never seen this cutscene before. Tears?
Sad Froggo.
On the battlefield? I've never seen this scene before. I don't remember this happening. Let's go check with her. Alright, yeah, continue on.
I had my teeth aren't great. I kind of neglected them like when I started going to college, where I didn't brush my teeth as much as I should. I realized that was not a good thing to do. But like I'm also a lazy fucko, and I just kind of like forgot about.
I just forgot
about like.
I don't think I can actually get up there and talk with her. Oh, she'll come talk. Oh, okay. That's
so I didn't keep my teeth as well as I should. So I could feel in one of my molars like that I had a cavity. I could easily feel it. So I wanted to go to the dentist. Was that a panty shot? I'm actually really like concerned.
I don't think so. I've never tried to stare up the little girl's skirt before, Derek. I
don't want to. I'm just saying. I thought that's what I saw, and I got really concerned because like that's
Derek.
She's a little girl.
I'm backing away from this. This time it's not my implication in the joke. So you deal with the backlash on this one.
I'm amazed. If that's what
that you don't comment because you're afraid. You're just afraid.
I'm afraid that that's what I saw. Like, it concerns me if that's what I saw. If that's in the game, it's like. Anyways, so dentist.
Yeah,
I
that's
had
the
to.
Spirit, Derek.
So I wanted to go to the dentist to I was planning to go to the dentist over break to like deal with like this cavity because I was like I just want to like get it filled or whatever has to be done because like I don't I never had to get a tooth filled or like a filling.
Feed me a death charge and call it a biscuit. Okay. Don't.
What is it? Well, I wanted to see what the phrase was. He said, "Feed me a death charge and call."
Yeah, I wasn't
That's
kidding.
Great. So I wanted to get this cavity fixed because I never had to do I've never had a cavity before or whatever. I wanted to get it to just this cavity fixed.
You never had a cavity before?
No.
Holy shit! I didn't know it was that bad.
What was that bad?
Well, I guess not bad, but I didn't know like you never went to the, you never got a cavity before. I
feel like that's a good thing.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I meant. Like, I guess
you're
it's
saying
not
it
bad.
like I can't like that sounds bad. Or you're like I was like, should I get cavities?
Well, I mean, I guess it's probably bad that you just got your first one now instead of earlier in life.
So, well,
because like you still ended up getting one.
So, I went to the dentist, and they did like a panoramic X-ray of my mouth, which is just like basically they X-ray all your teeth at once.
Right.
And
Derek, most people have been to the dentist, so
it's been a while since I'd been to a dentist, and like I'd never had that was the first time they'd ever done that for me.
Yeah, I believe it.
Up until I went to college, like I kept my teeth pretty well, and then I stopped. I kept them all right, I should say. Anyways,
Okay.
So I took the X-ray, and they come in, and like I go to a different room, and like they come in, they're like, hey, so you have like 3 cavities, and I was like, oh, huh.
Wow, that's a lot.
I was like, huh, all right. I guess like probably should deal with those next time or like when I do an appointment or whatever. And they're like, yeah, you should do those. Also, you should deal with your wisdom teeth and shit and whatnot, and like brush your teeth and floss and usual.
I should probably deal with my wisdom teeth. That's all right.
It's the usual dentist stuff where they're like, hey, fucking do all the dentist stuff, do all the teeth stuff. And I was like, all right, whatever. So afterwards, I go like talk to like the person afterwards to like make another, because like this was just a visit to like figure out what the fuck's going on. And then I went to go talk to the person to like be like, or to figure out like when to have an appointment and what we're gonna do and everything. And they're like, all right, so you have like 6 cavities, and we're gonna have to so like when would you wanna when should you be available to come? Yeah.
Wait,
and I was like,
the number doubled?
I was like, excuse me? And they're like, yeah. They looked in like, you have like 6 cavities. And I was like, huh. I heard 3. And they're like, yeah. And they said there's 6. And then they were like, also like you have gingivitis. So like, we'll have to do is you'll have to come back, we'll like do like a cleaning, and then like you'll have to come back like a week later, so like brush your teeth like twice a day, floss, mouthwash, all that shit to make sure like your teeth don't like, or to like clean up, and then like we'll do like another cleaning, and like then after that we can start doing cavities, because like they want to clean everything before they fill cavities, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, I guess. So I guess
didn't open. Okay, I was right.
So like I just scheduled it for later that day for like doing the first cleaning part. I came back like an hour later, so they did the cleaning. Hurt like hell because like my gums are really weak and bad. Then I had to I went like a week, or for the week after that I scheduled an appointment for the week afterwards, or 2 appointments back to back. I was going to do like 3 I was going to just be like, let's just like fill 3 let's just like get 3 cavities filled one day, and then 3 filled the next day. It was gonna be like hella expensive because like fillings aren't cheap, and like we don't have dental we used to have dental through my dad's work, but we don't anymore because he retired. So like no, we don't have dental insurance, so like dental or like fillings are not cheap. Like for the 6 fillings, it was gonna be like $1,500. For the cleaning and the 6 fillings, it was gonna be like $1,500. And like I was like, I talked to my parents and they was like, let's just like, don't worry, we'll cover it. Let's just get it done and like make sure everything's good because like health's important. And I was like, all right, I feel really bad, but like, okay. So I go back the week after. They do the cleaning, and then they go through and do some X-ray. They do a couple X-rays, and they're like, all right. Or they do some X-rays.
Right.
In like more specific ones for like 4 different regions,
Oh my!
I go into like the other room where they're like, hey, we're gonna do the all right, we're gonna do some filling. Where they're supposed to do the fillings,
right?
Or like they were gonna do 3 fill or like they were going to do half of the fillings, like 2 in the or 1 or they were gonna do 1 tooth on my top right and 2 on the bottom right or so. So like they're planning on doing like half of my mouth one day and like half the other day.
Okay.
Because
makes sense.
So I get in there and then they come in, they're like looking at the X-rays and they're like, oh, so you have like 15 cavities, and I was like, excuse me?
Wait, you said wait, how much did they say?
15.
What the fuck?
Okay, so this is where like I was already starting to question. So I was questioning them when they said 6. When they said 15, my immediate thought is there's no way I have 15 cavities. This doesn't bother me at all. This is the thing that's important to know about dentists. Dentists and like my parents told me the same thing, and like I realized this, like I kind of thought, or I'd known that this can be the case sometimes going into it, but like I wasn't expecting it. Dentists will sometimes like they'll look at something that's not a problem and be like, you should fix that, and we'll fix it for you. Also, it's gonna cost a bunch of money to fix it, but like you should do it. So my mom had the same problem before, where like her teeth like are kind of like lower, like the inner part of the tooth is like, or like it's deeper than most people's, and I have the same problem where like I have deep molars, and so from their perspective I can see how it might look like a cavity, but in reality it's not like it decayed or anything. It's just like that's how the tooth formed. So basically the moral is they wanted to fix things that aren't really a problem. It's something that's not, or that could be better, but it's not a problem. So what ended up happening because like it was going like that'd be like ungodly or like an ungodly amount of money to do, and also just a pain in my ass because I would have had to go back like probably like 2 more times.
I didn't want to do it again. Fuck. Damn it.
And in order to do all of that, also I wouldn't have been able to come back here to RIT when I wanted to. Because like I would have had to stay home to go to the dentist more. I ended up just getting like a couple, like I think like 3 or 4 fillings in the bottom right of my mouth, and then like 1 in the top right. Because I got like that covered the tooth I wanted. I probably could have gotten away with literally just doing the tooth I wanted had I known ahead of time that like they were fucking with me essentially.
Hey, all right, well no, hold on. So I've been to the dentist quite a few. Cavities are pretty bad. In the sense that, yeah, they might not be a problem now, but they're just, it's, even if you, like, they're just weak points. They're just there to get worse. So, they might not be a problem now, but they'll probably even get much worse down the line of the road.
They can get worse, yes, and, like, they can get worse, but generally,
what is it? So, you said you had 3 cavities the year before. Then it turned to 6. Then it turned to 15.
This wasn't the year before.
Oh, this is all right in a row?
This is all in a week.
It was all in the same, okay.
Of like them looking at, they looked at it. They looked at the X-rays, the panoramic X-ray of just everything. They said 3, and then later they said 6, later that day they said 6, and then a week later they took more in-depth X-rays and said 15. 15 is almost half my teeth.
I think it'll open this time. I can't.
So,
I didn't want to do this twice. I'm sorry, audience. I'm trapped in this endless cycle of gambling. obviously you do, like, it can become a problem, but one of the things the dentist said to me is like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, or the one that like did the cleaning, she was like, yeah, I don't really give a fuck about how your teeth are as long as like your gums are fine, because
Teeth you can do. Teeth can be dealt with, like even if it gets bad. Like gums really can't though. You can't fix gums. You can fix a tooth. So like,
that's fair.
And also like it would have been like ridiculously expensive. So well, I'm just gonna. So like I got some of the fillings done. At least I have one. The bottom right part of my mouth is like completely. They did all the fillings for all the quote unquote cavities there. So like I have one corner of my mouth that's good at least. Like if the other parts break or whatever. Yeah. Until what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna just. Ideally, after I graduate and like find a job somewhere, hopefully I can find a job that has dental. And then like from that at that point, I might go through and just be like, yeah, just fix all the shit. When it's not going to cost a lot of money. And also it ended up costing less than $1,500 because like actually it cost a decent amount less because I only did like a couple. I didn't do as many fillings as we originally expected. Because like after when they said like 15, I was like, all right, I guess just do like one of the corners now, and then like we'll figure something out later. Because like I was also the only one there. My parents weren't there, and they're the ones paying for it. So like I kind of talked to them before figuring out like what exactly.
Sort of dental? I guess they don't have dental coverage.
No, that's what I said earlier. Yeah. My dad used to through his job, but he retired, and my mom doesn't get dental with where she works, so we don't have it anymore.
Interesting. My mom has a dental and stuff, so and my stepdad, they both do. I think I'm supposed to go to my stepdad's dentist. Haven't been in a while.
Yeah.
They told me to get my wisdom teeth out, not because I disagreed with them, just because I decided,
I don't intend to get my wisdom teeth out until they actually start to bother me. I realize that like everyone always says like it's a or like you should get them out when you're younger because it's like easier, but also like if they don't bother me, if they never start to bother me, then I won't have a problem.
Chibi. Well, the problem is, and I've heard a lot of horrific stories regarding this. I guess when it's time for wisdom teeth to come out, it is awful.
Yeah.
It is just an awful experience.
I mean, they're pulling teeth, so.
Yeah.
That's 4 teeth. That's 4 teeth that need to be pulled, and like, they're not. It's not. I'm pretty sure they don't. I'm pretty sure they don't form in a way that's meant to be pulled out.
I wonder why we form wisdom teeth. I've always wondered, what are wisdom teeth for if we always get them removed?
To get them removed, and which is a very uncomfortable and painful experience that will leave you wiser and never want to and make you never want to like get wisdom teeth moved again. You'll be smart enough to never want to let that happen.
But wait. No, wait a second. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. Here's my last story to the dentist. One of my related story. Well, yeah, from one of my last visits to the dentist. Perhaps this is why I stopped going. That's what I want you to think. Anyhow, what was it? I was at I was sitting in the chair, and they had to get some sort of device. I don't remember what it was, but she says, "We don't quite know how to work this yet." I'm just like, "Oh." Yeah, this was lent to us because the other one like broke or something. I'm like, okay, that's encouraging. And yeah,
I guess they'll probably be fine.
Yeah, I'm like,
narrator, it indeed was not fine.
And indeed, everything that could go wrong went wrong. Anyhow, it's next time on Speletons. So next time on Speletons. More tiny little robo antics.
Robots.